Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. My name is KidLee, and welcome to Renowned Explorers International Society. This is a game that was put on Steam a few weeks ago and was buried by the AAA titles and some of the other junk that is on there. Here recently, some of us have found out about this game, checked it out, and what do you know, it is rather impressive. If you like games such as FTL or Darkest Dungeon, this game is right along the same lines as those. I would say that it's got the RPG elements of something like Darkest Dungeon with the randomly generated exploration of something like FTL. The purpose of this game is to create a team of explorers and try and become the world's best explorer. So let's go ahead and jump into a new game, and I will show you what this is all about. So there's two different game modes, Discovery Mode and Adventure Mode. Discovery Mode is basically the easier mode. It will allow you to retry whenever you lose, save and load whenever you want. You will reach new locations faster. Adventure Mode is more for those people who like the, what they call the roguelike or roguelite games, similar to FTL and Darkest Dungeon. So you can't reload to the previous situation, and if you lose, it's game over. And the game will automatically save when you quit. So for this demonstration, we're going to go to Adventure Mode, and you'll see that there are indeed 4 difficulty options. And for this demonstration, I'll just show you what it looks like on Easy. Next, we have to select our crew. You have to select a captain and 2 crew members. You'll see that the crew is broken down into 4 categories: scientists, scouts, fighters, and speakers. So for our captain here, let's go with Victor. So we'll click on him. Each captain has got a perk, and you see for Victor here, it's plus 50% gold from encounters. It also gives a little bit of character detail, their age, their nationality, and with Victor being a fighter, you see here it says that Victor is a balanced fighter with high armor and no real weakness. He can quickly turn an aggressive fight into a friendly one. Victor is a supportive addition to any aggressive or friendly crew. So we'll go for crew member number 2. And one of the really fun things about this game is actually starting a new game every time and actually really just experimenting with these different group makeups. I'll tell you, the first time that I did this, I actually did a 2 fighter, 1 scout group, and it actually worked out pretty well. So for this one, let's go ahead and add a scout, which is basically your rogue class. I think we'll grab Harry Walker here, and you'll see here he's from the great UK. Harry is a glass cannon scout with very high speech. You might say, wait a minute, what's speech? Well, I'll explain that here in just a little bit. And high attack value with barely any defenses. So for number 3 here, what should we choose? A speaker? Let's go with a scientist. Should we go with Anna? Sounds good. Anna is a balanced scientist with very high speech defense, I should say, and no real weakness. So this seems like a pretty good group. We'll go ahead and start off here. Loading on in. I'm going to skip some of this dialogue just so we can get into the game. So we're starting out on the Viking landing. And our objective here is to find a Viking ship, which is our big treasure. There it is over there. Now, just like FTL, all of your maps and encounters are completely randomly generated. So you'll never have the same thing twice. The only thing that is not completely randomly generated are the objective goals. Like, for instance, this opening map here, I've done this probably 6 times. And This one is the Viking ship, but I've also seen a couple of other ones up here. So it appears that for each landscape that you're exploring, they've maybe thrown in somewhere between 3 and 5 different main objectives that sort of randomly generate. So let's go ahead and take a look at the interface, just so you can sort of see everything that we're looking at here. Down here in the lower left, you've got the avatars or character portraits. We can actually click on those. Each character, you are able to level up. They have a set of abilities. The training is basically their skill tree, so as you're leveling up, you get points you can put into their skill tree. Every character has got perks. You're able to unlock more perks as the game goes along. You have got an equipment tab, and by default, you only have 3. You've got a trinket, an offense, and a defense. And you've got some regular stats. For stats, you've got speech power. You have got attack power. You've got movement. You've got grit, armor, and speech defense. And then here we have got a spirit meter, which is basically your health bar. So moving along here up to the upper left, you've got the manage your crew and inventory, which is very similar to what I was just looking at. Next, you've got your research screen, and if anybody's played anything like Civilization, this might look really familiar to you. As you're going along, you get research points, which you can then unlock these different areas and work your way down the trees for additional perks. So pretty cool on that. Next, we have got our bar, which is our currency. You've got gold, status, research, and insight. In the center here, there's 2 things to know. One is your resolve. And this is, you could maybe call this the overall health of your entire party, because if your resolve reaches 0, it's game over. Next, you've got your supplies, and this is basically your movement. So each movement takes up 1 supply. So at the moment, I have got 7 moves in order to try and reach to the Viking ship. All the way on the right side, you've got the treasure screen, which right now we have none. You've got your entourage screen, which again, we've got none. I'll have to show you that later. And we've got the newspaper, which I cannot access. So, on the screen right now, I am the giant triangle, and we have a couple of paths to choose from. This path up here says there's gold to be found, and there might be an encounter here, and down below here we have a status. Now, I've got to say here real quick, the combat in this game is very, very interesting. It is one of the key components to this game that makes it as interesting as it is. So we might get lucky here, and I might get to show you some combat right off the bat. So let's go here and see what's going on here. You encounter 2 rude men. Haha, look at these wimps. I bet we could easily wipe them out. Alright, we shall defend ourselves. Okay, combat time. So the baseline of this combat is that it is a turn-based tactical combat. You can see down in the center bottom, here are my abilities. Now here's the kicker. Here's what makes this really interesting. In this combat system, you have to control the mood of the battlefield, which is represented by this area at the top of the screen. You can see right now it says uncertain, not getting any vibes here. To the left of that, you'll see a question mark. This is the attitude of my heroes. Then over on the right side, you see the devious. This is the attitude of the enemies. Now, in addition to this, each individual character has their own mood. And you can see right now everybody's the same. Everybody is set to neutral. Now you might say exactly, well, what exactly do all these moods do? The different moods will change the battlefield and will actually give different either bonuses or debuffs. Now, next to the bar up here at the top, you'll see there's a little bit of a wheel. It says attack goes into friendly, which goes into devious. And if I actually hover over this for a second, you'll see if your opponent is friendly, you can exploit his weakness by being aggressive. If your opponent is devious, you can be the better man or woman by being friendly. If your opponent is aggressive, you can make him crazy by being devious. Now let me go ahead and actually click on this, and I'm actually going to bring up all of the potential moods that you can do in this game. So just take a look at all the stuff that you can do. And again, all of these have either bonuses or debuffs that go along with it. Now, each character also has, as I said, a set of abilities. And by default, they have an aggressive ability, a devious ability, and a friendly ability. So for this fight, let's go ahead and try and take the friendly approach, and let's see what happens. So I'm going to move my scientist over here. And I'm going to select, try to excite this guy. It's an 80% chance to hit. It's going to change his mood. And you can see this bar right here, how most of it's orange, then there's a little bit of yellow. Again, this is his spirit meter, if you want to call it that. So if you break a person's spirit, then they are defeated. So 80% chance to hit on this. Let's give it a shot. Oh, I love you, sir. You can see that changed his mood. And then below his bar, and below my bar as well, you'll see that there is a red area, a green area, and then sort of a neutral area. And this is your mood indicator. Okay? So we haven't defeated this guy yet, but you can see he's way happy now. And up at the top here, look to see what it's done. So since I did that one move, or that one ability, my team is now friendly. So a friendly versus a devious is persuasive, and I now have a plus 30 to speech defense. Now, again, you might ask, what is this speech thing? If you look down here, you'll see exactly what kind of power that you're using. So an attack is a physical attack. These others, a terrify, a try to excite, this is my verbal power. This is my speech power. So if I have plus 30 to speech defense, if he tries to say something to me, I have a greater chance to take less quote-unquote damage from it. Okay? Okay, let's move Harry over here. Harry, can you finish this guy off? It'd be great. I'm cool. Yes, you are, sir. Oh, and he is gone. He's impressed by you and doesn't wish to stop you. Okay, I'm actually going to back Victor off here. I'll let these guys approach, and then I'll attack them next turn. And you are able to do friendly buffs as well. I mean, obviously, attacking someone wouldn't be helpful. But I can encourage my friend here. And you can see her mood has changed. She is now confident. Plus 25% attack power. Alright, let's end our turn. These guys move in. Are they going to be close enough to attack? They are not. So I did this perfectly. So, we're now going to surround them. Move everybody in here. Alright, let's go to town here. Let's actually click on this guy, so I can one-shot him. Do you like trumpets? I do! You're the best ever! Now, when you actually end these fights, how you end the fight actually does matter. If you end it, you know, friendly or aggressive, that's actually going to change things after the fight, which you'll see here in just a minute. Let's see if I can nail this. Oh, she missed it. She missed it. Come on, Harry, get it done here. Alright, we got rid of those guys. So, we ended it in a friendly victory. Your friendly approach has proven its worth. So now this right here is based on the friendly victory. You have an unbelievable power to turn encounters to the positive. What did we get? We got 2 collect. And you'll notice things start to appear up here. These are basically my tokens that get turned in later. So let's go ahead and move along here. The crew stops in an open field. Rare mushrooms have appeared. Awesome. 2 campaign tokens. Okay, so we have 3 options here, and we got 5 moves. Possible treasure here, and a cultural challenge. Okay, let's check this out. The crew finds a true Viking turf house due to the lack of wood here, and it provides better insulation. Okay. You hear a lot of noise coming from it. Enter the house. Big Turf House is a clubhouse of the Viking Committee. These guys probably have some interesting trinkets in their possession. Victor ponders how you can best get them. So you see 4 options here, and these percentages are based on my crew's skills. So Victor, if he goes with a diplomatic approach, has a 52% chance of getting something out of these guys. That's that's risky, but I think I'll do it just to show you all how this system works. So if I hover over it, you'll see what I get if I succeed and what I get if I fail. I'm actually going to lose a resolve here, which is so risky. So risky. It's almost not worth doing it. I can't lose a resolve. So, you know what? Instead, I'm going to explain my cause and hope for a good treasure. Victor goes up to the chairman and explains how you wish to exhibit Viking history to the rest of the world. A decent idea, sir. Let me go through our Viking collection and see if we're willing to give you something. And they did. They gave me the dragon head. Awesome sauce. 25 renown. That's a good find. A fine treasure to take home. And 2 campaign tokens. Okay, 4 moves left. Let's go to this one. There's a status here, and something odd is happening here as well. What could it be? A Viking moat must be nearby. Once you get there, this expedition will come to an end. Oh, crap. I went to the wrong thing. I don't want to go there yet. Oh, there's actually possible supplies up here. So let me go to... Let's go to this one. We'll go down, over, and then back. The crew comes across an old book hidden in an abandoned chest. Written inside are many poems describing local folktales. A nice find. Okay, there's something odd here as well, and there's a trader here too. Buy 4 supplies for 7 resolve? I can't even do that. These prices are outrageous, sir. Negotiate for better ones. Someone needs to negotiate for better terms. I guess Victor will try. 4 supplies for 1 resolve. No, I cannot afford to lose any resolve at this point, so thank you, but no thank you. Let's see if we can get some supplies here. Normally you wouldn't be so excited about this, but you found an abandoned farm. The fields are overgrown with vegetables, even some fruit trees. 3 supplies, holy crap. Alright, we can keep going here. So we'll head to the north, we'll hit up these 2 and then come back. The crew comes across a rune stone. Awesome sauce. 2 to study. Alright, possible gold here. Let's move along. Sometimes you're just lucky. Harry was getting bored as Victor was planning the next step. He started picking up some pebbles to skip on the lake. And what do you know? An old Viking coin. 2 to collect. Well, I'm going to have to go to the Viking ship now because I can't go there and then back. So, let's go to the Viking ship. We'll end our journey here. Onwards. The crew searches the hills throughout until the spot in the distance. What do you know? An intact Viking boat. The crew rushes towards this amazing find. It will surely skyrocket your reputation. The crew is stopped by a familiar face. Ah, it's that French guy again. He's the #1 most promising explorer. He laughs. Ha ha. Well, thank you, amateurs. Wait, can I do a French voice? Is it Frankie? Wait, let's try it again. Is it just saying? Thank you, amateurs. How lucky you are to find this Viking boot. What's a boot? Just after me, now under Rule 24B of the Explorer's Mandate. Fellow explorers must help each other. I don't know what I'm doing here, I really don't. And I really need to find the treasure to affirm my #1 position. Wait a minute, this is our treasure. Relax. It seems my explanation was not clear. Maybe my strong friend Tommy can explain things better for you. I've totally lost my accent. I don't know what I'm doing anymore. Hey, wait a minute. Me smash. Victor no like you. French guy no like you. Defend ourselves. So this is a boss fight. Now, oh, we're kind of surrounded here, and we're completely outnumbered. Okay. You've got to think super tactical here, otherwise they're just going to kill you. So we're going to back. Let's look at the map here just real quick, make sure there's not any more. Okay. So I'm going to back all my guys off way over here. We'll take out these 2 nerds first. So they're starting out aggressive. And again, if we kill him, then it's game over. For him, that is, not me. Okay. Let's see if we can turn the tides on them, since they're all mad. I love that. Victor, encourage this man. Oh, I don't want to fight you anymore. You're too great. And then Harry, you can impress Victor. Oh! And we will end our turn and wait for the boss to get a little bit closer here. Oh, we actually had one guy get in range here. Oh, he missed! Swing and a miss. Sucks to be you, pal. Sucks to be you. Do I have Victor's... No, I don't. Let's see. What's going to be the best way of doing this? Victor's got 25 to speech defense. I mean, these guys are basically just bruisers. So they're going to do nothing but attack me. Let's try and... Let's get rid of this one. Just trying to be like super careful here. Let's move you here. Let's move you here. And unfortunately, I think Harry's going to take all the hits here. There's not much I can do about it. Oh, that was a good spin shot. Good for you. Oh, Victor's going to take a shot. Oh, he missed too. Good. Not the scientist girl. Oh, wow, these guys suck today. Alright, crew, let's even the odds. 80% here. Let's get rid of all these henchmen. And they will call in reinforcements if you don't do this quick enough. Okay, Harry, what do we want to do with you? I don't want to enrage the big guy. That sounds like a terrible idea. Who knows what bonuses he might get off of that. So So he's actually got 25 to speech defense as well right now. Okay, let's see what happens. Nice miss. Ow, jerk. Okay, let's go full firepower on the boss, guys. Everybody on the boss. Let's end him. I think I'm gonna actually two-shot him here. I forgot this was not easy. So there we go. Friendly victory. Tommy thinks you're nice. He's pretty flattered. Thank you. Please have this treasure map for the trouble. And the French guy is already gone with the Viking ship. Son of a gun. You're left with a cryptic treasure map, and its meaning is pretty cryptic. The treasure map is passed around. After investigating it, the crew states their interpretations of the treasure map. So I've got 3 options here. I think I'm going to go with the scientist approach. Following Anna's advice, the crew conducted research in the area where the longship used to be. The crew carefully follows the clues and bits left behind by history and nature. And we managed to find something. What is it? A bracelet. 25 in 1. Very nice. Very nice indeed. With this at last, your expedition concludes on a high note. Back to London we go, and back to our home base. Highlands explored. So, all of these little tokens I've been picking up, this is where I get the points for those. So, gold, renown, status, research. Alright, continue on. So, here's the newspaper thing I was telling you about. The objective of the game is to beat the French guy. So I got to get over 2,000 to beat him. So I'm going to go ahead and skip all this dialogue. I'm just unlocking some more stuff, more supplies. So I can show you how the home base works. So first of all the guys are blinking here. So let's go ahead and level up. So, training. I can give Victor the weapon expert perk or the policies perk. Let's go weapon, tactician weapon. And you'll see that's added to his list now. Mr. Harry Walker. Okay, rogue bluffing or storytelling. Let's go storytelling. And our scientist, Anna. Either chemistry or tinker. Let's go engineering tinker. Okay, next thing. Let's go ahead and check out our research screen here. We've got 61. So let's actually go Chronicles here, and you can see what I'm going to get for Chronicles. And the next one is going to be 20. Let's actually do Strong Resolve, so I get 2 more Resolve. Next one is 30. I can actually do 1 more. Let's see here. Tales to Tell. 25% gold. And status from encounters. Let's do that. Okay. So, we're going to work our way down that tree. Sounds good. So, as I mentioned, you have got to get Renown. 2,000 Renown to beat the French guy. And you'll see at the top of the screen here, we have completed 1 expedition with 4 to go. So, you basically have 5 expeditions in order to get that 2,000. Now, when you're traversing those maps, you have got to try and stay on those maps as long as humanly possible before you run out of supplies. Let's go ahead and burn through our insight. We actually have 3 things available right now. We've got London lecturing, Paris campaigning, and Berlin University. So we'll go to London first. And we have to choose who for the lecture. We'll have the scientists do the lecturing. Paris campaigning. We'll send the captain. And for the university, we'll send Harry the Rogue. Alright, next, let's take a look at Entourage. This is broken up into 2 different categories, helpers and specialists. And we can use our status currency to upgrade this, to basically unlock more tiers, and to actually buy these guys as well. So for helpers, and again, you'll unlock more types of helpers as things proceed, but a lobbyist, each lobbyist gives you 1 to 3 status from a campaign token. Each merchant, 1 to 3 gold from a collect token, and students, 0 to 1 research from a study token. And specialists, they just do all kinds of goofy things. You know, like for this guy, as an example, gain 1 extra collect if you resolve an encounter with Devious. And this is where the customization really starts to feed in on how you want to build not only your characters, but your whole campaign. You can say, I am going to take that friendly route or that aggressive route. And you can actually start picking up things that will give you bonuses for doing that. So that's pretty cool. So I'm going to go ahead and just grab... should I grab 2 of each? Yeah, I think I'm going to max out anyway. So I'm down to 31, so I'm done there. And we're not going to use any specialists just quite yet. And there is an in-game shop, which you are able to upgrade. So you can get more items, offense, defense, trinkets, to continue to upgrade your gear. So let's go ahead and back out one more time. And I'll actually choose Expedition. And so these are the expeditions that are available to me at this time. As the game goes along, you will get more across the map for you to check out and explore. But that, ladies and gentlemen, is Renowned Explorers. It's a really cool game with a really cool and neat amount of ideas. I mean, I think most people consider FTL and Darkest Dungeon to be sort of the staples of this genre, but this game is definitely right up there with the 2 of them. It combines the best elements of both those games to create a game that's different, yet the same at the same time. It is definitely a hidden gem that is out there on Steam, and I know there are some other YouTubers and Twitch streamers out there who are considering this to be a top 5 Game of the Year contender. And I definitely agree with them. It's for this genre, it is very, very good at what it does. So that will go ahead and do it for this video. If you have any comments or questions, please leave them below. Thank you all so much for watching. And with that being said, everybody keep playing and have fun.